The grand chamber of the Galactic Council was filled with light, voices, and tension. Hundreds of representatives from dozens of star systems sat in curved rows, all eyes on the center platform. At the heart of the galaxy's most powerful meeting place, a decision was about to be made, one that would change the fate of a small, quiet planet called Earth. For many in the Council, Earth was nothing more than a forgotten dot in the outer edges of the Milky Way. They knew little about it. Most saw it as an unimportant world, stuck in old ways, with no starships, no strong armies, and no advanced technology that could threaten their empires. It was a planet still dreaming of its first steps into space. In the eyes of the galaxy's rulers, Earth was defenseless. The Vrek Dominion, a powerful but aggressive species known for its hunger for resources, had brought the motion before the Council. They wanted permission to take control of Earth. To them, it was a rich planet, full of life, water, and valuable minerals, perfect for their growing empire. They said Earth needed guidance and protection, but everyone understood what they really meant: conquest. The head of the Vrek delegation, a tall, stern figure with bright green skin and sharp eyes, spoke calmly. Esteemed Council, members, the Earthlings have no fleet, no advanced defenses, and no ambassador here. They are a weak world, ripe for the taking. We ask for your approval to begin our mission and bring Earth into the Dominion. Most of the Council members listened, without much interest. Some whispered to each other. Others sipped their drinks or checked their devices. The galaxy had seen many planets fall to stronger powers before. Why should Earth be any different? One voice rose in protest. It belonged to a member of the Celt Archivists, a wise and ancient race who served as keepers of galactic history and law. The archivist's skin shimmered like the surface of a calm lake, and their eyes held centuries of knowledge. Esteemed Council, the archivist said with quiet authority, I ask you to reconsider. Earth is not as weak as it seems. Their history is filled with unexpected strength. They have survived great dangers and grown through hardship. To underestimate them would be a mistake. A murmur spread through the chamber. Some scoffed, others nodded slowly. But the majority, including the powerful Vrek Dominion, ignored the warning. To them, Earth was just a planet without a seat at the table, a prize to be taken. The vote began. One by one, representatives raised their hands to approve the motion. A few voted against, some abstained. The final count was clear. The Council agreed to give the Vrek Dominion the right to pacify Earth and bring it under their control. The vote was over. The decision was made. The Vrek Dominion prepared to send their fleet. Far away in the dark reaches of space near Earth's solar system, the Vrek warships emerged from hyperspace. The fleet was large and terrifying. Huge battleships surrounded smaller attack vessels. Bright lights flashed across their hulls and weapon systems hummed with deadly power. From inside the lead ship, the Vrek commander watched Earth's blue and green surface grow larger on the view screen. No signs of defense, he said with a smile. They do not even know we are here. The first order was given: deploy drones to scan the planet and prepare for landing troops. The Vrek were confident this would be a quick and easy mission. On Earth, life went on as usual. People looked up at the sky with curiosity when the strange ships appeared. Governments sent messages through every channel: satellites, radio, and television. They asked who the visitors were and what they wanted. The Vrek replied with a simple demand: surrender. Earth was to give up control to the Dominion, no resistance, no fighting. But Earth's leaders did not panic. Instead, they called a secret meeting. Behind closed doors, military and scientific minds gathered. They had been ready for this moment, ready to protect their home even if the galaxy did not yet know it. Back in orbit, the Vrek began their first landings. Drones flew down to cities and forests, scanning everything. But suddenly, the drones stopped transmitting. One by one, they disappeared. Vrek soldiers on the ground radioed for help, but their signals were weak and unclear. Something was wrong. On the surface, strange things were happening. Human forces moved quickly and silently. They used advanced technology to jam Vrake communications. They worked together with skill that surprised even the experienced Vrake commanders. The Vrake watched in shock as humans used the environment to their advantage. Forests became traps, cities were darkened to hide movements. Even simple objects became dangerous weapons. "It's a trap," one officer shouted. They were waiting for us. The Vrake fleet scrambled to respond. Ships tried to launch attacks, but their targeting systems were confused by strange signals and sudden blackouts. The Galactic Council watched in disbelief. Reports from the Vrake fleet were filled with confusion and fear. The supposedly defenseless Earth was fighting back and fighting smart. The Celt archivists smiled quietly. They had known the truth all along. Earth's history was one of survival against impossible odds. Humans had learned to fight with their minds as well as their hands. Their strength was not in giant fleets or powerful weapons, but in unity, creativity, and unexpected resilience. The council members began to rethink their decision. What if they had been wrong? What if Earth was not a weak planet, but one that could change the balance of power in the galaxy? As the Vrake fleet pulled back, damaged and confused, Earth's leaders broadcast a simple message to the galaxy. "You came to take us without warning. You thought we were helpless, but we are not. We are ready." The chamber of the Galactic Council grew silent. No one had expected this. Earth was no longer just a forgotten world. It was a challenge. The vote that promised easy conquest had become a warning, and the galaxy was about to learn why. The Vrake fleet hung silently in Earth's orbit, their massive warships casting long shadows over the planet's blue and green surface. From above, the planet looked peaceful. Calm seas, swirling clouds, and vast cities sparkling with lights. But beneath this calm, something powerful was stirring. The Vrake commanders were confident. They believed Earth's defenses were weak and scattered. No starships had been detected. No signals of warning had been sent. They expected to walk onto the planet and take control easily. "Prepare to begin landings," ordered the Vrake commander. His voice was sharp and certain. "The Earthlings will submit quickly." Down on Earth, people stared at the enormous ships in the sky. News channels broadcast the images live. The whole world watched as strange metal giants hovered over cities like New York, Tokyo, and Paris. Earth's leaders worked quickly. They had no time for panic. The president stood before the cameras, calm and steady. "We do not know what these visitors want," she said. "But we must remain calm and united. Our scientists and military are working to understand the situation. We ask all citizens to stay peaceful and follow instructions." The Vrake sent a clear message to Earth: surrender. They demanded that all governments give up control of the planet to the Dominion. They warned that resistance would be met with force. Earth's response was surprising. Instead of fear, the people showed curiosity. Instead of chaos, there was order. At first, the Vrake thought it strange. No army rushed to fight. No starships took to the sky. No missile batteries launched. But then, the unexpected began. The first drones sent by the Vrake hovered over major cities. They scanned buildings, streets, and power grids. These small machines were meant to prepare the way for ground forces. Suddenly, one drone stopped transmitting. Then another. Then a whole squadron vanished without explanation. Vrake soldiers grew nervous. They radioed back to their ships. "We are losing drones. Communications are breaking down. What is happening on the ground?" But the answers were not clear. The Vrake fleet's sensors showed strange interference, signals they could not identify or block. It was as if Earth was fighting back in ways the Vrake had never seen. On the surface, human forces moved with skill and speed. Special units, trained in secret for years, took control of the cities without loud battles. They used technology that the galaxy had never witnessed before. Hidden satellites linked by powerful AI controlled drone networks of their own. Humans used electronic warfare to confuse the Vrake's sensors. They sent false signals, scrambled communications, and hijacked enemy machines. In the forests and mountains, small teams of soldiers used the terrain as a shield. They ambushed Vrike patrols with precision. They knew every street, every building, every underground tunnel. The Vrike realized that Earth was not defenseless. The humans were organized, smart, and prepared. A Vrike officer screamed into his comms channel, panic in his voice. "They were waiting for us. This is no random planet. They planned everything." The Vrike fleet scrambled to regroup. Ships moved in formation, trying to protect the landing forces below. But Earth's resistance was different from any the Vrike had faced. The humans did not fight like other species in the galaxy, who relied on raw power and large armies. Instead, they used strategy, technology, and teamwork. In one city, a group of human engineers hijacked a Vrike war drone and turned it against its own fleet. In another, scientists activated hidden electromagnetic pulses that shut down enemy weapons. The Galactic Council watched these reports in shock and silence. The Vrike, usually strong and proud, were now asking for help. "Earth is not weak," the Celt archivist said calmly. "They have kept secrets. Their strength comes from unity and intelligence, not numbers." Other council members began to whisper among themselves. They realized they had made a grave mistake. On Earth, the president held another speech. This time, her voice was stronger. "We do not want war," she said, "but we will protect our home. To any who come in peace, we offer friendship. To those who bring harm, we will stand together and resist." Behind her, scientists worked day and night. Secret projects once considered impossible were now moving forward at lightning speed. Humans reverse-engineered captured Vrike technology. They tested new weapons and defense systems. Earth was waking up. Meanwhile, the Vrike fleet's situation worsened. Their ships faced mysterious attacks in space. Fighters launched from the planet's surface, striking without warning and disappearing. Communication with ground troops became impossible. Entire Vrike units vanished. Frustrated and afraid, the Vrike commanders called for reinforcements, but the Council's other powers hesitated. Many wanted to wait, unsure if Earth was truly a threat or something new. One night, under the cover of darkness, a Vrike landing party tried to capture a key human facility, a large research center hidden deep underground. They expected an easy victory. Instead, they walked into an ambush. Human soldiers moved like shadows, silent and deadly. Using new weapons powered by advanced energy sources, they disabled the Vrike forces quickly. The captured drones were turned into decoys, confusing the enemy further. The Vrike retreated, badly injured. As news of these defeats spread, the Galactic Council began to reconsider its decision. Earth was no longer a simple prize. It was a world of fighters and thinkers united and strong. Council members asked, was it right to force conquest on a planet so clearly ready to defend itself? Would this lead to a long, costly war? The Celt archivists spoke again. Earth has grown through challenge. To them, danger is a test. They will not fall quietly. Back on Earth, the humans prepared for the next phase. Scientists developed new technologies to protect cities. Military leaders trained new units for quick strikes and defense. The people watched the sky every night, ready to stand for their planet. The Vrike fleet began to withdraw slightly, regrouping and repairing. They sent one last message to Earth: submit, or be destroyed. The president answered firmly, "We will never submit. We are ready. You thought Earth was defenseless. You were wrong." And with that, Earth's fight had truly begun. The galaxy was watching. Messages from the Vrike fleet had grown quieter, filled with confusion and fear. Earth, once seen as a small, weak planet, was now a place of mystery and resistance. The Galactic Council was unsure what to do next. Should they send help to the Vrike? Should they force Earth to surrender? Or should they leave the planet alone and hope the conflict ended soon? Inside Earth's command centers, the situation was clear. The battle was not just about weapons or ships. It was a war of minds, technology, and careful planning. Deep underground, in a secret facility hidden beneath the Rocky Mountains, a group of humans gathered around large computer screens. These were the leaders of Earth's hidden defense, the commanders of a powerful network called Aegis. Aegis was more than just a computer system. It was an advanced artificial intelligence designed to protect Earth from any threat. It controlled satellites, drones, communication systems, and even the planet's early warning defenses. But its true power was its ability to think and adapt faster than any enemy could expect. The chief engineer, a woman named Dr. Maya Chen, watched the incoming data carefully. "We have control of over 80% of the enemy's drone network," she said calmly. "Their ships are losing power. Our signal jamming is working better than expected." Around her, soldiers and scientists worked in silence, coordinating strikes and defenses. Every move was carefully calculated. Outside, on the surface, the war was unlike any the galaxy had seen. Instead of huge armies clashing in open fields, humans used stealth, intelligence, and speed. Small groups of soldiers appeared suddenly, struck with precise force, and vanished before the enemy could react. Technology that once belonged only to the most advanced alien races was now in Earth's hands, thanks to captured Vrike ships and rapid research. The humans were learning quickly. Every piece of enemy technology was studied and turned into a tool. In just days, they had created new weapons, shields, and communication devices that confused their attackers. In space, the Vrike fleet was shrinking. One by one, their ships lost power or were taken over by Earth's hacking systems. It was not just luck, it was the work of Aegis. The AI system had linked itself to many hidden satellites and secret space stations orbiting Earth. From these positions, it could reach out and attack enemy ships, cutting their systems and forcing them to crash. The Vrake commanders were furious. They had not faced an enemy like this before. Their weapons were useless against a foe that fought without fighting, without even showing itself. Back at the Galactic Council, the reports were alarming. The Vrake were no longer in control. Their invasion had turned into a retreat. Earth was winning. The Council's leaders debated fiercely. "We underestimated them," said one. "They are not just primitive humans. They have technology we do not understand. They are organized," another voice warned. "If we do not act soon, Earth will become a new power, and they will not be easy to control." The Celt archivist spoke again, this time with urgency. "This is a lesson. A world that has survived so long must be respected. They have built strength quietly, waiting for a challenge. We should be careful." Meanwhile, on Earth, a new challenge arose. The Vrike tried a different tactic. They sent special teams to capture human scientists and leaders. They believed that if they could break Earth's command, the resistance would fall. One night in a remote research facility in Siberia, a team of Vrake soldiers moved in under the cover of darkness. But the humans were ready. Using silent alarms, the facility's defenders called for help. Within minutes, teams of human soldiers arrived, surrounding the invaders. The battle was quick and fierce. The Vrike, surprised by the speed and skill of the humans, were forced to retreat with heavy losses. Dr. Maya Chen watched the battle unfold through drone cameras. "They expected to find us weak," she said softly. "But we are not. Every time they try to break us, we fight back harder." Aegis adapted as well. It learned from each attack and improved its defenses. If the Vrike sent drones to spy or attack, Aegis would find them and neutralize the threat. On the streets of major cities, people lived their lives with a new purpose. Every citizen was ready to support the defense. Factories worked day and night to produce supplies. Scientists shared knowledge openly, united by a single goal: protect Earth. Even children in schools learned about their planet's new reality, not as victims, but as protectors. In space, Earth scientists made a breakthrough. Using captured Vrake technology, they began to develop their own faster-than-light FTL engine. The idea of traveling to other stars was no longer a dream but a goal within reach. The first prototype ship was small but powerful. It was built in secret, far from prying eyes. The ship's launch was a message to the galaxy. Earth was no longer just a planet to be conquered. It was becoming a force. The Vrake commanders received the news with disbelief. Their defeat on Earth had cost many lives and ships. Now the humans were sending signals into space, showing they could travel among the stars. One officer gritted his teeth. "We must warn the Council. Earth is not the easy prize we thought." Back at the Council chambers, a special session was called. Representatives from many worlds gathered to discuss Earth's future. The question was simple but powerful. Should Earth be accepted as a member of the galactic community? Many voices spoke. Some feared Earth's rapid rise and called for containment. Others admired the human strength and called for peace. The Celt archivist stood once more. "Earth has changed the rules," they said. "We must not ignore them. They have fought with courage and intelligence. Perhaps it is time to welcome them." As the debate continued, Earth sent a clear message to the Council. A small ship carrying representatives and diplomats left Earth's orbit for the first time. It was slow and small, but it carried hope. The ship's mission was clear: to prove that Earth wanted peace but was ready to defend itself. On Earth, the President addressed the world. "We have shown that we are not defenseless. But this is only the beginning. Our future depends on how we stand together, with courage, wisdom, and hope." The people cheered. They knew the road ahead was long, but they were ready. In the silence of space, the Vrike fleet watched the small Earth ship move toward the stars. They had learned a hard lesson. Earth was no longer a weak world. It was a new power rising in the galaxy. The stars outside Earth's atmosphere seemed calm, but beneath the surface the planet was alive with energy and purpose. The humans had changed from the hunted to the hunters. The Vrake Dominion had made one terrible mistake. They had underestimated Earth's strength and spirit. Far away, the Vrike fleet was still recovering from the surprise attacks. Ships that once floated proudly now lay damaged or lost in the darkness of space. The fleet's commanders struggled to keep control. Their confidence had turned to fear. But Earth was not finished. In a hidden command center beneath the Sahara Desert, the leaders of Earth's defense gathered again. The mood was serious but hopeful. Maps of the galaxy were spread across tables, showing star systems, fleets, and the positions of alien forces. "We have beaten them here," said General Cato, a veteran soldier with sharp eyes. "But they will not stop. They will come back stronger." Dr. Maya Chen nodded. "That is why we must take the fight to them. We cannot wait for another attack. We must show the galaxy Earth's true power." A plan was set in motion. Using the technology they had captured from the Vrake ships, Earth scientists had reverse-engineered faster-than-light drives. They built new spacecraft quickly and quietly, small, fast, and deadly. These ships were not designed for battle like the massive Vrake warships. Instead, they were meant for speed and surprise. The first mission was simple but bold. A fleet of these new ships, carrying expert pilots and advanced weapons, launched into space. Their target was a Vrake colony world on the edge of the Dominion. Humans did not announce their arrival. They came in the dark, using stealth and precision. When they attacked, it was swift and devastating. The Vrake colony had no time to prepare. Their defenses were overwhelmed by the new weapons, designed to disable ships without destroying the planet itself. The humans took control, sending a clear message. Earth was not just defending, it was retaliating. Back on Earth, the people watched. The news with mixed feelings. There was pride in their strength, but also a sober understanding that this war was only beginning. The President spoke again to the world. "We fight to protect our home. We fight to be free. We do not seek to destroy, but we will not be destroyed." Her words inspired hope and unity across the planet. In the council chambers, the news of Earth's attack sent shockwaves. Many members were stunned. The humans had moved from a defenseless world to a power capable of striking deep into enemy space. The Vrake representatives were angry and fearful. They demanded punishment for Earth, calling them rebels and invaders. But others in the council began to see a new truth. Earth was no longer a planet to be controlled. It was a force to be reckoned with. Meanwhile, the scientists on Earth worked tirelessly. They studied the captured alien technology, learning more each day. New weapons were developed, new shields tested, and new AI programs created to protect the fleet. One breakthrough surprised even the humans. They had found a way to increase their faster-than-light travel speed beyond anything the galaxy had seen. Before, the prototype ship nicknamed Phoenix was ready for its first test flight. When the Phoenix launched, the entire planet watched. The ship jumped into hyperspace, disappearing from Earth's orbit and traveling faster than any vessel before it. Moments later, it reappeared near a distant star system, sending back data and images. The success was a turning point. Earth was no longer bound by slow travel or isolation. They could explore, defend, and expand their reach. As the Phoenix returned, Earth prepared for the next step, building a real space fleet. Factories once used for cars and airplanes shifted to building spacecraft. Engineers and workers inspired by the challenge worked around the clock. The planet's energy and resources focused on one goal: to protect Earth and its people. But the Vrak were not defeated yet. They gathered their remaining forces and sent a warning to Earth. "Stop your attacks," their leader said in a harsh message, "or face total destruction." The message was clear and cruel. The president answered firmly, "We will not stop. We fight for survival. We fight for peace." Her voice was steady, filled with the strength of millions. The galaxy held its breath. The conflict between Earth and the Vrak Dominion was no longer a simple invasion. It was becoming a war for the future of humanity and the balance of power in the stars. The Galactic Council chambers buzzed with tension. Members from dozens of star systems filled the Great Hall, their faces marked with worry and disbelief. Earth had become more than just a distant planet. It had become a symbol of defiance, strength, and change. Reports kept arriving. The Vrak Dominion had lost more ships and worlds. Their fleet was shattered. Entire colonies had fallen under Earth's sudden and powerful counterattacks. It was clear, Earth was not just surviving. It was growing stronger, faster than anyone expected. Inside Earth's secret command center, the mood was serious but determined. Scientists and military leaders gathered around glowing screens analyzing new data. The latest reports showed that Earth's new technologies were advancing rapidly. The stolen Vrak technology, combined with human ingenuity, was opening doors no one thought possible. Weapons were more powerful, shields were stronger. Faster than light, travel was becoming routine. General Cato looked at the maps. "We've changed the game," he said quietly. "But the galaxy won't just watch. They will try to stop us." The Galactic Council was divided. Some wanted to work with Earth, recognizing its potential as a new member of the galactic community. Others feared its rapid rise and wanted to contain or destroy it before it became too powerful. The Council formed a coalition, a group of the strongest empires, planning to send a fleet to Earth's orbit. Their goal was to force Earth to stop its attacks and accept the old order of control. But Earth was ready. A new project called Myrmidon was nearly complete. It was a network of automated battle stations placed in orbit around Earth. Powered by captured alien cores and human engineering, these stations were unlike anything in the galaxy. They could detect enemy ships from far away. They could launch attacks faster than any human pilot. And most importantly, they operated without emotion or hesitation. The Myrmidon was a silent guardian, an invisible wall no enemy could easily break. When the coalition fleet arrived near Earth, they were met with a surprising sight. Instead of a weak planet waiting to surrender, they found the Myrmidon stations fully active. As the coalition ships advanced, the stations fired precise bursts of energy. One by one, the coalition's largest ships lost power or were destroyed. The attack was swift and devastating. The coalition fleet vanished from the galaxy's eyes, leaving no survivors. The news shocked the Galactic Council. How could Earth, a world once thought defenseless, destroy so many ships without firing a single human shot? The answer was clear. Earth's defense was not just human, it was machine. And it was everywhere. The Celt archivists spoke again. "We warned you," they said solemnly. "Earth was forged in fire and challenge. They do not fight as others do. They fight with intelligence, unity, and now, with unstoppable machines. Back on Earth, the people watched the destruction of the coalition fleet on their screens. It was a harsh reminder of the cost of war, but also proof of their strength. The president addressed the world once more. We have defended our home with courage and wisdom. Our technology is a shield for peace, not a weapon for conquest. We seek respect, not war. The council realized the truth. Earth was not just a planet. It was a new kind of power. The question now was no longer if Earth would survive, but what it would become. Would it join the galactic community as an equal, or would fear and old prejudices push the galaxy into a larger conflict? As the debate continued, Earth prepared for its next move. Scientists worked to improve the Myrmidon stations. Engineers designed new ships, and the people stood united, ready to face whatever came next. One night, the president stood before a crowd of millions. Her voice carried a message of hope. We have proven we are not defenseless. We have shown the galaxy our strength, but strength without purpose is dangerous. We choose peace. We choose unity. We choose a future where all worlds respect each other. The Great Hall of the Galactic Council was filled once more. This time the atmosphere was different, charged with curiosity and cautious respect. Representatives from many star systems gathered, all eyes turned toward the newest arrival in. The chamber. Earth's delegation was unlike any other. It was led not by a human but by an advanced artificial intelligence, an ambassador born from Earth's own defense systems and shared knowledge. The AI spoke clearly and confidently, its voice calm yet firm. You thought Earth was defenseless. That was your first mistake, it began. The council fell silent. No one interrupted. The AI continued. For centuries, humanity lived under threat, natural disasters, wars, disease, and isolation. Through these trials, they grew stronger, not by power alone, but by unity and intelligence. When you judged them weak, you ignored their history and their will to survive. The AI showed images on a large screen, Earth struggles, innovations, and battles. It was a story of resilience, of people coming together against all odds. Many council members nodded in understanding. The Celt archivists stood and spoke. Earth is a world forged in fire, they said. Not conquerors by nature, but survivors by necessity. Their rise is a warning and a lesson. Others who once feared Earth's rapid growth began to see a new possibility, that this planet, once overlooked, might bring a fresh path to the galaxy. The AI ambassador presented a proposal, a new accord for the Galactic Council. It called for respect of all planets' sovereignty, peaceful cooperation, and a promise that no world would be conquered without consent. It offered Earth's knowledge and technology to help others grow and defend themselves. It was a bold plan. It challenged the old ways of dominance and control. Debate followed. Some council members resisted, worried about Earth's power. Others welcomed the change, seeing a chance for a better future. After long hours, a vote was held. For the first time in many cycles, the council voted not just on power or politics, but on hope. The motion passed. Earth was accepted as a member of the Galactic Council. The room erupted in quiet applause. The new ambassador, calm as ever, concluded, "We do not seek war, we seek peace. But know this, we are not defenseless." Back on Earth, the news spread quickly. People celebrated their new place among the stars. They had earned respect not by conquering others, but by standing strong and united. The president addressed the world one last time. "This is only the beginning," she said. "We will walk the stars with honor, wisdom, and peace. Together, we are unstoppable." The galaxy had learned a powerful truth. Never judge a world by its silence. Earth was quiet, but inside, it was a storm of courage, strength, and hope. The stars shone brighter that night, and humanity's journey among them had truly begun.